That's the hard part about the pets, right?
Like getting someone to watch them.
Yeah, somebody you trust, somebody you feel comfortable with watching them.
Yeah.
I worry about
Randos putting peanut butter on their thing.
yeah, you never know. Could never trust these fools.
Big announcement. Can I have a drum roll, please? A drum roll, Lloyd.
That's our drum roll.
People ask
Look
me,
at that
how can I
dude.
become a great boss? And the answer is having a happy staff that love you.
Is that a Pam Dwight or something?
I
We
think
lost one of our
Jim
own
is the
last week.
female
Brian
and Pam is
died.
the
We
male.
were so close.
Hey, well, I'll see you around.
Yeah, you definitely will, because I'll be at my desk all day.
Okay, well, I'll see you there.
You will for the
He
next
should
9
have
hours.
been. He should have been Michael. He looks like a Michael. in
Yeah,
my
right?
opinion, right? Wait, it's comment time. What the fuck are people saying? We gotta look. This trailer killed more people than the Scranton Strangler ever did. And we thought the breakdancing was the worst Australia would put out this year. I was saying the same thing. All right.
I'm saying the same thing.
Identity Thief is not a joke, Australia. Good one. Oh man. Hey. Hello? Hello? Testing. I don't hear you. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
What's up, buddy?
What's going on? A little echoey. Are you changing up things?
Is it
Is it
echoing?
like, yeah, is it from two different places?
Let's see.
Sounds a little better. Can you test again?
Test.
Slight echo. I don't know if you changed it.
Oh, maybe. How's that?
Yeah, it's good.
It was the
Well,
knob.
Knob.
Knobby.
Was it making you hear the echo on your end? Kind of.
No, I couldn't hear it on my end.
Oh, okay. All right, Nabe. How's it going, Daddy-O?
It's going all right.
Yeah.
Got my sidekick.
It's giving you problems for
Hey,
you
what are you
coming in.
doing, man?
Explosion. Got an explosion going on.
Oh man, he's walking, dude. So now
Yeah?
it's like a whole new ball game.
Dang, like full on his own, or you still gotta hold his hand?
No, full on his own. I mean, not far, but I mean, far enough to make trouble.
How's the fear of the head getting hit? Do you have one of those pillow things, or I don't know? I've seen those online.
We got a helmet for him, but honestly, he knows how to fall, dude. He like tucks his neck just naturally. It's
You
if
push
he
them
falls
around a little.
No, I didn't push him around. He can fall all on his own. It's when he falls face first is when it's more scary.
Oh yeah, break some tooth that's just growing in.
He already bit his lip like
Ooh.
last week. The heel quick because it's all healed up already.
They don't have that adult canker sore where it's there for 10 days.
No, it was like
it's bigger.
It happened. When was it? Last week, Monday. Yeah, it's been less than a week and it's gone already.
The power of youth.
Yeah.
Hey, control him with the neck. Oh, full Nelson. Watch out now.
Man. How you been? How's everything?
Everything's good. Yeah. Pretty quiet on my end. Yeah. Don't have much to say.
No updates? No updates in the world of Nate?
Maybe, but I was gonna check on you first.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's up with you, man? So you went somewhere yesterday? Was that yesterday?
Yeah. We Dennis hit me up. You heard about that comment, right? That everybody's talking about.
Actually, I didn't hear anything.
Apparently, it's like dude, I don't even remember what it's called. it's a comet that's like visible once every 88,000 years, and you can see it just after sunset.
Yeah.
I think last weekend on the 12th was actually the prime time to see it,
Mhm.
and but you could still see it like this weekend up until I think the 24th or something.
Oh yeah.
But
So you were able
but
to see it.
no, we were not able to see it because the
Oh really?
clouds. Yeah.
Oh. I saw
So
like red. Was that like that? But you just couldn't see it. You saw red in the.
well no, that was there's like a Space Force satellite station over
That's what was
there.
red.
Yeah, that
It's
was
like
the red.
beaming. Oh man.
Yeah, it's like one of
They got
those
some Stranger Things going on there. They got
yeah,
some
it's
kind
like
of
one of those
Demogorgon.
domes, man. Remember, I don't know if you remember, like they had that ship with the big white dome on it in Pearl Harbor.
They have that there.
Yeah, they have
Like the
those
same
like
thing. It's a missile
sorry,
missile
dude.
thing, right?
Huh?
It's like a missile thing, right?
Get out of here! Yeah, it's like a missile defense thing.
Oh.
So that's what that red light was. Yeah, I was taking pictures of like where it was supposed to be, but it was all cloudy. So
Mm,
so
I see.
that was the best shot of us just cruising.
How's Dennis? Have you hanged out with him lately? Or is it like a
Um,
long time you haven't seen him type of
he
deal?
came to Leo's first birthday, but that was like the first time I'd seen him in a while.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. I
Yeah,
guess we
man.
could segue like, how's the birthday? Like throwing the first B day for
It was
Leo.
good, man. It
Yeah.
was dude, it was kind of hectic.
Yeah.
Like
Was it at your place or did you go
uh
someplace else?
it was at Steph's sister's place.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was so then like getting everything up there, and Steph and I drove separately because she wanted to get up there to set up early, whereas I had to pick up the food.
Oh, okay. You got it catered somewhere?
We went and picked up food from the alley,
The
Aya
alley.
Bowl, Aya Bowl's restaurant.
Oh, sweet.
But man, dude, like it was too saucy, man, because some of the sauces dribbled on my fucking backseat,
Oh
like the
shit.
teriyaki sauce. I was like, ah, god damn
Oh,
it.
okay. So not too saucy in the taste. It's too saucy for a messy experience
Yeah,
getting
like
it
I thought,
delivered.
oh, I got it all stacked all nicely, and then when I got there, I was like, shit, there's like a fucking puddle in my back seat.
Oh, dang. Did it seep underneath the seat too?
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, I
Oh,
had
man.
to like, I just dumped a bunch of water because it's like it's sugary, right? So I was
Yeah.
scared that it's gonna
And is
attract.
it that really rough texture type of floor in your
Um,
vehicle? You know, like that, I don't know what that's called. It just soaks up liquid.
yeah, the foam.
You just have to drain, you just have
Yeah,
to soak it with water or some
yeah,
shit.
yeah. So that's what I did. I like soaked it in water.
Oh, man.
But the party was good. Oh, and then you ever use those like chafing dishes where you keep the food warm?
In the bottom?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, with
the
the
metal,
the little flame, and
yeah.
then you got the water. Dude.
Did you not get the water?
Well,
Or
no,
something?
Steph had like set them up before I got there, but they were like set up incorrectly. So then they were all like
They're-
fucking wobbly, and had put water, so it was like, oh my god, it was like almost a disaster where the food would have just fucking collapsed with the water everywhere. Luckily,
Really?
we addressed it in time, but it was
When you
kind of
came back,
sketchy.
you're like, oh,
Yeah, because I was
why'd
pouring
you
water,
stand
and
up?
then it was like fucking like rocking back and forth. I was like, oh man, we're gonna lose all this fucking $600 worth of food I just picked up.
Wow.
But other than that, once that was addressed, it was yeah, it was good. It's funny, like you plan these parties and you spend so much time getting ready and preparing, and then they're just kind of done in a flash.
Hmm. Just like, wow, the day's done. You
Yeah,
sleep in and like,
right? Yeah. All this all this time like preparing and anticipating the day, and then it just comes and goes just like that.
sounds, oh, your audio. It sounds just like a wedding. Like, oh, it just comes and goes. I don't hear you, but yeah, I know you said yeah, just like that. What'd your boy do, huh?
Boy, what are you doing?
There we go.
Everything up.
Now I hear you.
Good. That fucking demon baby. What are you doing?
Any highlights of that day?
Highlights. Doing we got him like a smash cake, for him
What's
to like
just
like
grab?
a little cake for him to grab at. But he did okay, but he's not into the sweet yet. I think the flavors are just too intense. So like he
I
didn't
mean,
really
what's
get
the
down on
sweetest
it.
thing you do? Fruits?
Yeah, fruits.
Yeah, that must be
Which
like a
is
shock.
yeah, it's a good thing that he's not like all into these processed sugars and hey, whoa, let's not do that.
Yeah, that's good. And then what was it called? So you had ooh. Anything you wanna pass on wisdom as someone who has a 1-year-old, as someone who is close to that with his own son, like birthday
mean,
related or just
I
son
feel like
related?
you're seeing it, but like, man, the developments, it just happened so quick. Like before, he was just a lump on a log, just laying there, not doing anything.
Mhm.
Now it's like it was a trip. He couldn't walk, and then all of a sudden he can walk.
Yeah.
Grabbing things, climbing. I don't know, man. It's just these,
Clapping.
yeah, clapping, grabbing at phones and stuff. I don't know. It's crazy how fast this last year went.
Yeah.
Even just like the difference from because Wes is what 7 months.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
the
like
difference.
he's finally like inching forward. Like not he doesn't have his
Mhm.
rhythm, but it's like he's getting to his destination now.
Yeah,
So
dude.
then
And
the
then,
next thing he'll like be on his knees or
Mhm.
something.
Yeah, same thing. Because he was like same thing. He started off army crawling, and he didn't. He was army crawling for a long time, and then suddenly he figured out the knee crawling, and then started figuring out the cruising along furniture, and then now straight up walking.
Mm,
And that's all developed in like less than 6 months.
man. My sister told me a story. She stunted one of her daughters walking
Oh,
because
really?
Jason was deployed, and he's like, "Just wait, like wait
To
till he
walk.
comes
Don't
to get
walk.
the."
What are you doing? How did she
So like when
she
she's about to like that's
push her
push her
down?
down. But
Hey,
she's
none
like
of that.
grabbing onto something, trying to walk, like no, like
No, no,
like,
no.
but that's kind of funny. I mean, yeah, you want to share that, right, with your significant other?
Yeah, Steph was like kind of doing the same thing where she wasn't encouraging Leo to try to walk while I was at work or anything.
Just in case.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
oh, you missed it.
yeah, yeah. For it to happen when I'm not around.
What's the speaking like? The
Mama, Dada. Those are like the two main ones
and
so
then when he's
far.
hungry.
Ah! Ah! Just yelling. Yeah, like that.
Okay.
When he wants something, like right now, he wants to mess around with everything that's on the desk.
Yeah. Nice. Very cool. Yeah. Anything else about the birthday or you want to talk about?
Mm, yeah, I mean, it was fun. Like a bunch of Steph's family came to visit. They used it as an excuse to come down and do a Hawaii trip. So yeah, it's pretty
Nice.
good.
So you
Yeah,
got
I
the
mean,
whole shindig,
yeah,
the whole people.
yeah. I mean, it was what did we have? Maybe like 20 people, something like that.
Nice.
And we were afraid that we didn't order enough food, but we had plenty of
Too much.
leftovers. I
Oh,
mean, plenty of leftovers, which was good because Steph's parents were there. for the week, so got to have a couple leftover dinners.
Yeah.
And the food, it was good food that kept well. So
Nice. Nice, dude.
walking.
Oh, yeah, he's walking. You have to
see-
watch him, or is he good? He's got his.
Well, the gate's closed, so
The
he can't get
gates?
far,
Oh, that's good.
which is, I think, a good thing.
You're in the living room.
Bedroom, our bedroom. So
okay.
Steph has a desk. We set up a desk back here now because she does her therapy. So, because before, remember, originally we were doing it in Leo's room, the podcast.
Mhm.
And then
She
I
has
moved
clients
to.
go to your house, or is it just over?
No, it's all virtual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So now there's the desk back here. It's set up and ready to go. Doesn't have to be broken down.
Nice, dude. Hit your audio again.
Hey, what are you doing? Hold on just a sec. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, no worries.
What's going on? We're making a ruckus.
I saw Mikey and stuff is in Disneyland right now.
Disneyland.
Are you watching their dogs again?
No.
Oh no. No, that was the
Oh,
last
man.
time, dude. I'm not putting this in the pod, but I'm just saying.
No, his dad stayed behind to watch the dogs.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
But did you make it a point that you didn't enjoy or was it just like never
mean,
again?
They know it was difficult. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
but there will come a time when.
They're gonna ask him.
Yeah, there will come a time. The only reason why they didn't ask is because his parents are staying with them right now, and his dad, I guess, decided to stay behind and watch the dogs. So works out for us.
Yeah.
But they were only gone for 5 days, so it would have
But
been.
I'm sure
wouldn't have been too
when you
bad.
go on trips, you ask them. So it's
Yeah, there are go-to. So
yeah.
it's kind of like we want them to watch our dogs. We gotta keep watching their dogs.
Yeah.
The thing will be like if we ever want to take a trip together, that'll be the hard part.
Yeah. Is it like hotel, doggy hotel, or is this like
Maybe
who can
maybe
watch?
unless it's a trip that Mikey's parents decide not to be a part of, then maybe they can watch all the dogs. That's my first idea. 'Cause the doggy hotels, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard. That's the hard part about the pets, right?
Like getting someone to watch them.
Yeah, somebody you trust, somebody you feel comfortable with watching them.
Yeah. With like $50 a day or something for dogs.
Is it? So I could see that, man. I could totally see that. I mean, the money isn't like the biggest concern for me. It's like, I don't know, I worry about
randos putting peanut butter on their thing.
Yeah, you never know. Could never trust these fools.
What was that show, Wilfred? That one with that Elijah Wood talking to the dog.
Yeah, it was Wilfred. Yeah.
And then Andy from The Office, like Wilfred said that he was putting peanut butter on his thing and making him lick it.
Was that him?
Yeah. Just thought that was funny.
Dude, the creepy thing is somebody must have really done it because I feel like that joke is like a running joke all over Hollywood. Fucking Hollywood sickos.
We haven't even talked about Hollywood, dude. It's the craziest. Like, Diddy wasn't even brought up at all.
Yeah, right?
It's so old news already.
Yeah, because at this point, it's like, well, big surprise.
Yeah.
Bunch of Hollywood perverts.
The people like associated with him. This was funny.
With Diddy?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, I haven't been keeping up with whatever is going on with that.
Usher deleted all his tweets and stuff.
Yeah, because what were they saying that him and
he helped give Bieber to him?
Oh,
like, yeah, I got you a boy. Basically, like, because Usher was that boy to Diddy.
Yeah, so now he gave
leave me alone, give him someone else.
Damn,
and then they showed footage of like Diddy going, "Hey man, now that you're a big shot, you don't talk to me anymore." to Bieber.
Oh, really?
And Bieber's like, oh yeah, it's like all awkward and shit. We don't hang out anymore.
Oh, I wonder why.
And then Kevin Hart's associated too.
Dude, really?
So they might
Man,
try to take down Kevin Hart.
all those Diddy parties.
I mean,
I don't know. Will they name names?
do you remember Cat Williams talking about like making guys dress like ladies and stuff?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
all those
Mhm.
people, guarantee you they're Diddy associated. Like
Oh yeah,
they're part of it, you know? Just like
yeah, for sure.
sold their soul to the devil, basically.
Diddy's the devil, apparently.
To they have something that you desire and you're like, all right, fuck it. You know?
Yeah, no, it's true, right? Like, what are you willing to do to get to the top?
I was watching this documentary, Dirty Pop.
Dirty Pop. Which one is that?
It's about this guy Lou Pearlman, who he created the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
And he created NSYNC too,
Mm-hmm.
and how he like pinned them against each other, and how he did a lot of fraud. I didn't know it was like a fraud thing. To be honest, I thought he was gonna be a pervert. Just the way he looks like those,
Like the Nickelodeon.
yeah, he looks like one of those.
Yeah, because he's like a big fat dude,
producers.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, he probably touched those boys or something. They even
He
talked
didn't?
about it, and then
he
people are like,
didn't?
no, like I never saw any of that. So
He just was money. All
yeah,
about the money.
he apparently had a blimp company.
Oh yeah?
He had all these big names like McDonald's and like Goodyear and all that shit. And all of a sudden, all his blimps caught on fire on the same day or something.
What?
And then he got insurance from that,
An
and
insurance claim.
then he
All
took
right.
that money to make the
boy bands.
yeah. And then he actually made them like they're singing monkeys. Like, hey, I'm gonna take you to all these places where clients are.
Yeah.
Hey, sing for them.
Yeah, isn't that how it started, right? Like how they
Yeah.
got exposure. They would just do events and shit, carnivals
singing
and
to
whatever.
people, singing to middle school girls and stuff.
Hmm.
He had a line. When will boy bands like not be popular? When there's no more little middle girls. It sounded really creepy. And the documentary literally used AI voice for him. Like he wrote
really?
a book, but they used AI voice to say what was in the book. And
Yeah.
like a fake mouth.
Really?
And I was like, whoa, that's the first time I saw them do that in a
Jeez.
show.
So instead of like hiring somebody to do the voiceover, they did an AI voice that was, I guess, supposed to sound like him.
Well, it's you know how like you can just take a clip of Joe Rogan and like take his voice. Like you don't even need a long. You need like 5 minutes of someone talking. Like they could take our voice already.
Here we go, man. Deep fakes.
Yeah, man.
Deep fakes. Here they come.
It's fucking crazy. I actually saw a pretty cool video. Maybe I will show you just like how to spot an AI fake video kind of thing.
Yeah.
But, I don't know if you want to talk about something else. But you want to go down that rabbit hole, or you want to talk about something first?
I don't really have anything prepared, so yeah, let's do it.
All right. My good old corridor crew. They make some good videos.
Yeah, boys. Yeah, boys.
They are my boys. What was that from? It was Michael Scott, you know. I am. But, you know,
Oh, dude. Did you hear about this Australian office?
there's an Australian office?
Yeah, there's an
Are they
Australian.
doing like a gym, Michael, and everything?
I think maybe same, but a lot of like gender swaps. Like the boss is a female. We'll see if we can find the trailer after this.
Okay.
Of the times. Will they never learn? The Panderverse, man. The Panderverse.
Crazy. I mean, what can we say
Yeah,
already?
I'd be down to watch that trailer after this because I just heard people talking about it, but I haven't actually seen the trailer.
Cool. It's been a while since we've watched a video. Usually we're
Right?
just talking about shit.
Yeah, right. Get a little rusty.
Well, the last time was your Vegas and tell me
Mm-hmm.
about San Diego
Mm-hmm.
and all that juiciness.
Yeah.
All right.
Scams.
There's no question scams are becoming more and more sophisticated.
Generative AI amplifying the threat of disinformation.
Thieves can use AI to do voice cloning and create deepfake videos.
Experts say it's time for a wake-up call.
These days, visual effects are becoming easier and easier to do. More and more people are using it to try to scam your grandma, grandpa, or just regular old mom and dad into giving them money. So in this episode, we're going to show you what is out there, what's fake storefronts, fake products, fake Elon Musk.
Steph's mom
Storefront.
got called by like somebody saying that, like, Grandma, I need help. And she's like, I mean, obviously it's not her grandson's because her oldest grandson's a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
But
dude, ever since like our, I don't know, things like, our information's getting leaked from all sorts of places. Like I'm getting like text messages like, Nathaniel, this loan is blah 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 blah, like on your home, or
yep.
Like even people calling me asking for my dad. Like what? Well, I'm not answering, but I'm getting messages like
the voicemails. Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
Dude, I got
more rampant. It's more rampant.
I got an email that looked pretty legit from my association saying that they're switching up how they collect the HOA fee.
Dang.
And I was just kind of like, the link looked legit, everything looked legit, but I was just kind of, I was a little weary. I just was like, you know what, I'm gonna wait till we get home because usually they send mail about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm not even gonna do anything because the notice was so short. It was like at the end of August, and they were saying that it was like effective at the beginning of September. So like a week or two turnaround, and I just was like, dude, that doesn't seem legit. That they wouldn't make the turnaround that quick.
Yeah.
Usually they give you a couple months. So
dang.
Yeah, it was fucking fake. But it almost got me. That's how legit it looked.
The ones I don't like are like I never click on them because I can just go to the app. But if you have like a package or something, like, oh, click here. Like, what if you are expecting a package and then someone that isn't savvy would definitely click on it.
No, it's getting very very complicated it's getting harder to tell what's real and what's not.
It's crazy.
Lots of fakes. How to keep your grammar from losing your Bitcoins.
But also, hopefully teach you a little bit about how to avoid them yourself.
Especially over the last year, AI-generated video has really become more and more of a thing. Some of these you can tell right off the bat that they're fake, such as this one.
2 beef.
Okay.
One hell of a one. John Dory.
Wow. It's Gordon Ramsay.
That's kind of fun. I don't think anyone would believe that video is real. People understand physics enough to know that, like, you're not just going to spawn spaghetti sauce out of a pan forever. Now, what if it was slightly more malicious?
That's pretty good looking,
dude. Most
dude.
people can see this and be like, okay, I don't think this is real, but this is starting to get a little bit more
looks
into
realistic,
that territory of, like, realistic.
They might think that Trump got arrested or something like that.
Yeah. Can I show you what some of those people look like?
Search results for Barron Trump sings about his dad.
Yeah, so that's not real. That was a robot that was singing.
That is Barron Trump's image.
Yeah. That's his image. See what I'm saying? Like, I've never encountered a person like that, but the moment I watched this video, I was like, I gotta do this deep dive into like these AI scams here, because I've never seen someone who's been like so utterly confused when it comes to these AI videos.
That's him,
but these are still not trying to make you do anything. They're just like up for your interpretation, and people can believe that they're real But it's once they actually start trying to get you to buy something that it becomes actively malicious.
Look, every man should be drinking alpha.
He's in a bathtub.
He's in an ice bath.
Wow, that's incredible.
It's not even like an AI generated video. It's more of like a deep fake. It's taking an existing thing and altering it to say something else.
The thing that stands out to me about these Joe Rogan scams is that they're very much reliant on AI voice. That's relatively easy to do these days, at least when somebody's just like monotone delivering a monologue.
But that's the thing, you don't need that much anymore. It used to be like 50 hours of stuff. But realistically at this point, like, 10 minutes.
Like, what stands out to you?
10 minutes,
How would you point out these are fake to somebody?
At least for this example, the shot of Joe Rogan actually talking here is a picture. Everything is static except for his head and his mouth. It's more of just like going up and down as opposed to the articulated muscles that actually make you talk.
Yeah, and you're seeing like the water is like stretching and warping, but not like actually shifting. It looks like that whatever AI process they're using on there is like it's recognizing his upper torso and like giving it some adjustments, but it's also underwater, so it's already distorted and like looks off too.
Well, look, that Alpha Grind product is all over TikTok. If you go to Amazon,
they're doing a really good job with this one. If you look closely, his lips aren't synced up at all. That's just Joe Rogan talking in a clip that they found. That he's kind of close to the words that they put in with the audio. This video is completely unaltered from a visual effects point of view. This is good old classic editing. You're taking a guy who's talking behind the microphone, his lips are moving, getting an audio clip, you're lining them up as close as you can, because remember, you got hours and hours of Joe Rogan talking, so you can find something that's close. And it's obscured too. And then they cut away. They're cutting away at weird moments. Like, they're not cutting to Joe Rogan to like deliver a line. Like, they're just cutting to him and then cutting away randomly. And then they cut to the guest talking about something else entirely from a different podcast. And by the way, notice that the guest doesn't say Alpha Grind. He's not talking about this particular product. He's just talking about testosterone. And you can see how the words are very much being selected and put into this. I mean, this is the same thing I see in Netflix documentaries all the time. When they cut away from somebody, then you hear them say something very concise. That's because they had to cut away to take words and Frankenstein them together.
You hate that, but that's exactly what we do. For
You don't even think about that.
Yeah, but we don't go that hard. The voice
editing tricks
is what really makes it stand out. Otherwise,
I mean, yeah, they probably did that with that Dirty Pop, for all I know, with the AI voice.
Yeah, because that's like, it's a common thing, right? That they're taking somebody's talking head, then cut away, show you some B-roll, and they're continuing to talk.
I hated it. I hated how much I loved it. Like he took, took the words out.
Yeah, jeez, it's not even AI.
I know.
From scams that have been on TV since it became color, where it's just people editing stuff together. And it works. But I saw a scam featuring Elon Musk on YouTube that was the best fake Elon Musk I've ever seen. And in fact, these live streams, there's probably one going on right now. They go and they buy a YouTube channel with a lot of subscribers. They change the name to Tesla, and they start a crypto scam where they basically ask you to send them crypto, and they say that they'll send you back double what you send them.
Jeez.
BS. But take a look at this.
Imagine sending just one Bitcoin and receiving 2 in return.
I feel like this one could trick a lot of people.
The site you'll access is a secure SpaceX protected space.
SpaceX protected space.
To me, this looks like it's an actual real presentation and it's an altered performance of it. Yeah, you can kind of see some artifacting around his mouth when he moves his head to the right. You can really see it over the background. You start getting some glitches.
What looks good to you guys?
Well, I mean, the convincing aspect of it is the fact that it's on a channel called Tesla. I'd say like 97% of the image is original and real. The only thing that's being augmented here is just the mouth.
Think that,
and you can kind of tell when you're really looking at it.
Isn't there a legit Tesla website?
Yeah.
I mean,
it would have the check, right? But that's crazy that you'd buy an existing website or with 100 subscribers just to like trick them and stuff.
Yeah, right.
It's like the teeth and the lips kind of look weird, and the black values of the inside of his mouth are real dark.
Yeah, classic compositing. What they're doing here is, as we mentioned, AI voice is very easy to replicate. They've written it out, and it's then turning that text into Elon Musk's voice. And they're using something called Wave to Lip. And Wave to Lip lets you feed audio and take a video of a face, and it just animates the mouth to match that audio. It doesn't manipulate anything else. So in this case, all they're doing is they're changing the lip sync to match the generated audio of these new words that are being spoken in the voice of Elon Musk. Very clever, very devious, but there's some very clear giveaways. First one that you mentioned, Ren, is the black levels. This is a classic VFX thing. When everybody's compositing one image element into another image element. If your camera in real life can't capture below a certain level of like black value in your image, like something isn't darker than a certain point, to then have an element in your visual effects bit be darker than that immediately gives it away. The black levels in his mouth are like lower than the black levels on his black jacket. The other thing that's a really big giveaway is anytime you're manipulating footage that already exists, you have to deal with when things no longer overlap and they should have overlapped. In other words, if my head is here, but then I've deep faked myself to have my head turned over here, well, there's a bit of the background here that's now being exposed. A whole bit of it, and that needs to be filled in. Look, those little edges of the background, something getting blurry and jumping around, and that's because it's being synthesized to try to fill in a spot where that data was missing. So that's something that you really want to look for. The biggest tell when it comes to deep fake faces
breathing.
is body language versus spoken language. We all have linked things that we do. Like when I talk, my hands move and they move on a certain beat, right? Like they are at the punctuation of my syllables and my head goes down when I say my words. When you look at Elon's body language and when he's talking, they don't line up. And the biggest thing you can tell is when he breathes in. Because if you're adding fake audio, you can't talk when you're breathing in.
That's a good one. We can see his chest slightly expand as he continues to talk.
So there's people out there that have built deepfake detecting tools that simply plot things like head motion versus words. Sometimes when people smile, they tilt their head back, for example. Some other people, when they smile, will tilt their head down. And you can very clearly see those coordinated moments happen. So if you want to tell if somebody is faking what they're saying, if you want to tell if the footage is manipulated, look at the body language, look at the breathing, look at the hand gestures, and look at the head gestures. The Adam's apple moves with me when I talk in real life, but a deepfake is only replacing here. It doesn't replace your Adam's apple.
These are all really great ways to figure
Good
out whether
tips.
what you're watching is real or
Yeah.
fake.
But
Me, while I watch this, I still
he
can't.
mentioned if you're not physically thinking about it, are you gonna
Yeah, right.
like
If
get
you're
that?
not looking
You
out
just
for it.
ran, yeah. He showed this guy. It's really interesting. It's like some just a fake guy. He looks real, but he's like, I think he's not a real guy.
Can't get out of my head. Like, if you're already not in the mindset that you're about to be tricked, or you're not suspicious or critical or cautious for that matter, it's like none of this stuff works. Like,
Yeah, you wouldn't be
can't
looking out
debunk
for it.
this if you're not in the mindset that you could be being tricked.
Anytime
Exactly.
someone's wanting money from you online or even in real life, those flags should go up. You should immediately put your guard up for every situation. So in this case, I thought it'd be fun to try to recreate this. Hi, the real Nico here, telling you to
And then they mentioned like fake products where they use AI imagery. This is not how the actual chair is going to look like, but
Oh.
they're selling it to you as if that's what they're going to look like.
Oh.
And that's something else people have to worry about.
You actually start going to these websites. I went to them all. They all have the exact same template, the same layout, but there's dozens, maybe hundreds of these stores. It has also led me to other very real websites. Let's before we get to the big stuff, check this out. Go to Amazon. Like, we're not talking about just screenshots. I'm talking about stuff that's live on the internet right now. Search for Gorilla Couch.
$10,000 for a gorilla couch.
look at that AI picture.
That's on Amazon right now. Like, I don't know what this couch is really supposed to look like, but it's probably not that or that.
That is 100% like a Midjourney render. That's what it actually looks like.
Midjourney.
Oh, that's what. Okay, maybe that's how they're not being banned.
Gorilla
right
Couch.
now. The fact that if you do eventually search around the page, you'll find a real image of what the couch looks like.
Wait, was that a real one?
These are real.
That looks pretty. That looks real.
That's
These are
ugly,
real. I was able
bro.
to find gorilla couches that do exist, and they do kind of look similar. But I just found it so funny. It is a big ticket item, a $10,000 gorilla couch, and the first thing they serve you is an AI-generated image. That's kind of scummy and gross. Imagine spending $10,000 when you see that picture, and then it comes in and you get the McDonald's play place replica of it.
How can you guys tell if that's an AI generated image?
When you look at background details in an AI image, that's generally where things fall apart because it feels like the AI puts less effort into a background than the foreground. If you look there on the trim on the wall, it's all whack. There's like a white column of trim on the upper right there. Like it's about to kind of like
For
furrow
now,
out, but then it just kind of gets
now that they
darker.
know.
The background stuff is never very good. But there's another interesting thing about AI generated images. And this is more or less true across the board until technology changes. And that's because these images come from noise initially. Noise is basically an even distribution of random numbers. Imagine that 0 represents black and 1 represents white. So you take an image and you scatter it with noise across the whole image. You should have about equal areas of black as you do white, because noise kind of averages out to that 50% mark. And that's kind of what happens with AI images here. As you look at this, there's very bright spots and there's very dark spots. And for every bright spot, there's a dark spot. And it's a weird thing about AI images.
Every AI image I've ever seen has always had really deep contrast. I've never seen an AI generated log image.
You'll never see an AI generated image that's mostly dark with a tiny little bit of light, or mostly light, just a tiny little bit of dark. It's possible to have real life photos that have high contrast. Of course, it's possible to brighten or darken an AI photo. But what you won't have is you won't have an AI photo that has a flat, sunny field with no dark spots. When you look at that AI rendering of the gorilla couch, you see that same thing where there's bright highlights and dark shadows across the whole thing. Whereas you look at these real pictures, there's no offset to that giant dark gorilla couch. The funny thing is, if you pull open AI images into Photoshop and you use the average filter, which averages out all the colors of the image, they all tend to go to a flat middle gray, whereas a real life photo that you take doesn't have to follow that rule. And that's because real life photos don't have to be born from a noise pattern of black and white.
Further, to build on, I mean, if you're going to open up Photoshop, did you know that the noise is going to be the same on all the color channels? So if you actually like zoom in and individually look at each color channel, red, blue, and green, the noise will be identical. Whereas if you look at a real photograph and you switch between the color channels, it'll actually kind of like change quite a bit in the noise. Like we're talking like single pixels will change in brightness at kind of a random way, because that's how
If you really
camera
want to know,
sensors actually
is this
capture that
real?
light. There's always going to be a little bit of noise
Photoshopped
there.
it.
Are you guys ready for the actual
Yeah, right.
meal here, the entree? This is a website that's being advertised on social media.
That's an AI generated dress right there. That's not real.
Well, that's the thing. You guys were talking about, oh, a celebrity endorsing a product, but the celebrity is not real. Guess what? In this case, nothing's real.
So you just send money and it
You're
disappears.
just you send money to a place and your money disappears. This one is the one that does it for me. It's the dress that has a real rabbit. But the thing is that not all of them are that preposterous. Like the one
People
on the
would
right there.
fall
And that's
for
what's
this
so
shit.
tricky about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
guarantee.
All those generated images.
I mean, so like, what happens? They just don't send you anything. They just take your money.
Right? I don't even think they would send like. I don't think they would send you a crappy thing and then ask for a
Version.
refund. Like, why would? Yeah, crazy.
Dark spot to offset a light
Just
spot.
not send
So,
anything.
Can I blow your guys' minds now? I don't even know if you would call this a scam. So preface, is this website a scam that we're about to visit? I don't know if it's actually a scam, but if I were going to judge it based on the product photos alone, I would say it is a scam. So someone got this Instagram ad.
Like how his leg shadows don't connect.
Timeless elegance meets modern style. Oh, hey, it's the pants we were looking at. Let's take a look at those pants.
AI pants.
Is this a real product or not?
I bet you the pants are real and they just trained in images of the pants into a model and they're generating pictures of the pants in the model now.
That one, look at that one. That one is, the pants don't even match anymore at this point. They don't have that like center
It's
crease.
so tight
or the,
on this
the
dude.
thing
it goes
on the
off the
thigh.
side.
Right now, as we're looking at these photos, if you were interested in buying a shirt like this, would you feel like you're buying a legitimate product?
This looks like a real photo, but if you go to the next one, that's a generated photo right there.
Does that person have a face on the front and back of their head?
What?
Look, I was blown away with the consistency. Now, let's zoom in to where the collar, the V-neck collar reaches its point. I was counting how many vertical seams that are we counting within the width there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, by the way, look,
Yeah,
sorry,
5
the
including.
necklace, obviously. That little like gummy bear of a metal ingot or whatever is generating these pictures is very close, but it's unable to like get those center things consistent there. And that one actually, they just disappear. Maybe he's too buff and he's stretching his shirt too much, but it seems like they disappear.
You're right. This is somebody who's made a shirt in China and they went like, hey, I can train a model of this shirt and then generate photos of my shirt. I don't need to take real photos of models wearing my stuff anymore. But if you're going to sell it, you need to be truthful with your pictures, and an AI image of it isn't truthful because all it's doing is it's capturing the essence.
I would like to show you guys what I would consider the moral and ethical.
This is
tightrope
interesting.
Now, Erotica.
We're
Now, this
about
is
to
something that is widely accessible as of very recently. This is you take a picture of your clothes and we'll give you a model. You take a crappy picture of wearing the clothes and we'll give you a nice photo in a studio, a
Interesting.
attractive model.
The whole
But
idea is that they're
the
not
photo
editing
is
clothes,
still the
they're just
same.
editing everything around the clothes.
Exactly, like this.
Whoa.
It still
That is
still looks
insane.
the same
This is
thing,
the
right?
tightrope.
I guess the clothes are properly represented, but everything else is a
Properly
lie.
represented. You
This
gotta
kind
go.
of feels like it might actually be okay.
When it comes to the exchange,
That looks like a good representation, even though like the AI model.
Everything is edited. Yeah, right.
But it's the same dress. Doesn't look
The
like
dress,
anything is
the
altered.
thing that you're selling. They're
So
just glamming up,
I would say that's okay in my eyes. I
right?
don't know. What do you feel? I mean, are you losing model jobs? Like, that sucks, I guess.
Yeah,
Models
because what
lose.
is that? An AI model?
Yeah. So, okay. The
Yeah.
model industry is going to lose
Yeah.
money. But at least you're
Poor
not being
models.
fooled. You're not being fooled, right?
Yeah, the product is the same, right?
Yeah. One last thing in this. They showed a political guy and he looks really AI. I don't know.
Although it's going to be really fun.
We're here just real people living real lives and real moments. The less you're going to find people on those platforms. We're here to find authenticity.
I was born to find authenticity. Although it's going to be really funny when there's a future where the cookies that Google has on you are like so good that they know what you look like, so that when you go to a website like this, you like see like
That would be
someone who
crazy.
already resembles you. That's going to get kind of crazy.
This is crazy. What a find. What a unique business.
So, all right. So this next one is there's an eerie, creepy YouTube channel out there. Something strange is going on, and I can't quite tell what it is. But let me know if you guys think this is real or not.
Hello, my name is Egon Chawakian. The impetus for my address today is the release of the highly impactful documentary film, The Impact.
It's kind of like a doomsday cult slash not. Basically, the message is we're destroying the planet and everything's going to go to heck. And so they're going to make 3.5-hour long documentaries every week about why the Earth is failing.
Sam, why did you think this was AI?
I thought this was AI because this YouTube channel has multiple videos posted where this guy is staring right into the camera
He's not
for
moving.
hours, saying the most nonsensical AI-generated sounding stuff.
Those who actually truly pull the strings will vanish from sight, and like the dung beetle,
His
they
eyes look
now
real,
attempt
but his
to
mouth
burrow
looks
even
blurry.
deeper.
Yeah.
Doesn't move. Look at his hands. Look at his hands. They don't move. They are like it's like frozen PNG. What I did is I was like, okay, I gotta figure this out. Is this AI or not? And I took basically frames for every 30 minutes, which is I would say 30 minutes is like the amount of time that you might expect someone to make a movement. You know what I'm saying? Every half
moving
hour
at
we
all.
typically move, correct?
Yes.
So here are 4 frames taken 30 minutes apart, basically. So you can see the
He
cameras.
does move. And the camera does move.
The camera's adjustment. Now we can see difference maps here, overlaying every 30 minutes.
Difference maps are cool because it's like if the pixel is the exact same as the pixel underneath it, it'll go to black.
So that's the same frame. That's what a difference map on the same frame looks like. Now, half hour apart here, difference map. So you can see all the things that moved in the frame there. So you can see his whole body shifted, his hands have shifted. The camera's moved a tiny bit here. If these were static images that were identical, they would effectively be black. And then we see it all over the background, which is the contrast of the compression that's happening in the video, which is why we're seeing all that stuff back there.
And that's normal compression you would see from video for something like this. You see
Exactly.
the larger blocks in the flat areas of color and the tinier blocks in the tighter areas of detail.
And like, yes, theoretically, you know, you could fudge this stuff, but you look at this and you're like, oh, that's actually just very subtle natural motions here. That we're seeing fingers and hands actually being revealed here.
So
There's
he's
no
saying,
funny
is it
business
real?
happening now.
It's real.
Just natural motion. We're just dealing with a guy who doesn't, he reserves his movement for the most important moments of his life. This clearly is not one of them.
Doesn't move.
The impression we saw this is that this is basically the same technology used in the Harry Potter Balenciaga videos. But you wouldn't have a subtle camera motion. You wouldn't have the whole person shift to the side a little bit.
There's another thing that I am realizing now that would be a tell for like a deep fake, right? I can always tell when someone's reading off of a teleprompter. Their eyes kind of do this little back and forth motion, just ever so slightly. And none of the deep fakes I've ever seen have ever replicated that. The eyes are always locked on. And especially if they don't blink.
Yeah, I pray to God this is real. Because if it's AI generated, whoa.
Too good.
God, it's over.
We also, none of us mentioned the Adam's apple. This man's Adam's apple is dancing.
No, it is
like,
down. It's like Geppetto's puppet shop up in that collar. It's totally that like dark web conspiracy stuff. But ultimately, like, I think what we're dealing with here is basically it's fake content that is being funded by some overseas entity.
Or just an old guy who's like, I gotta make my impact. I feel like it's just Egon writing his speeches through Chat GPT and then recording it. Egon, you gotta chill, man. You gotta like get a selfie once in a while. You gotta get
You gotta
some
move
angles.
around,
You gotta
bro.
put a smile on the face. You gotta just relax a little bit. Do human things.
Yeah. Do
Like
human
this.
things to connect.
Do human things. Touch my hand.
Yeah.
No. Come on, I want to prove that you're not just an element with Compton.
No, I am.
Randy,
But yeah, when what's it called? When AI stuff generated is moving and they're just going like this and they're talking.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be scary. Yeah. But yeah, like dude looked really convincing. Just no movement ever.
So did they
3 hours.
conclude that it was real?
They didn't say it was fake, right? That's what my
Yeah. Oh, it is fake.
Is he good?
No. He's trying to open the door.
Oh.
No, leave it alone.
Yeah. But AI stuff, man, crazy. It's products, it's advertisement videos.
It's everywhere.
Yeah. And even political stuff, I don't know. I'm not following too much political things that are fake, but crazy. We can go down the political route. I don't know. What's your I haven't talked to you anything about political.
I've been like not really that engaged with it.
Me too. Is that weird? Maybe they programmed that. It's like so ridiculous that you just turn it off. Like fuck
Just
this
like
shit.
whatever, dude. Well, I mean, like at this point, I mean, I feel like it'll be what it'll be, right?
Kamala's probably gonna win, dude.
You think so?
That power machine behind her is crazy.
We'll
Like,
see. I mean,
you even like anything on you, like you just type in like your search. For some reason, I see her name pop up. Like she's trending. Like her name is always on searches and stuff. On my end, I'm just like, it's just crazy.
See what happens.
Yeah. I have to use the bathroom, but we can talk more about it if you want.
Okay.
Cool.
Yo.
What was the trailer you wanted to see?
The Australian Office.
Is this gonna do good for Australia? Last time they had a breakdancer who gave them a lot of attention. So.
I don't know. All I've heard about it was negative. That it's
All right. There's a 1 month trailer. There's 2.2 million.
Mhm.
There's a 5 days ago trailer, 32,000. Prime
which
Video
one's longer?
Malaysia.
Which one's? Huh?
No, it says Prime Video Malaysia.
Huh.
Like it's a channel.
Which one's longer?
They're both the same. Oh my god, I don't like.
Maybe I feel like a new one might have more detail.
You think?
You can watch both. I mean, how long is it?
They're both 2:15.
You can watch both if you want.
Okay. I don't know. Sorry, this lady. My first reaction of this lady.
Right? I don't even
Is that
remember.
bad? It's like this green mint shirt. Oh my god.
What were they thinking?
Did they have a reunion?
No, I think that's some fake. Well, I don't know. What is that? What channel was that on? Screen culture. Fucking, I hate screen culture.
Look at this AI. It's not even their bodies. Jim, his head shrunk or something. And Dwight, what's with your skinny bone Jones? You don't have that thing. Oh man. Okay. See in Malaysia? Like, what's going on, Malaysia? Why do you have the trailer?
What if it's the same trailer?
It looks right.
Big announcement. Can I have a drum roll, please? A drum roll. Lloyd?
That's our drum roll.
People ask
Wait,
me,
is that
how do I
Jim?
become a great boss? And the answer is having a happy staff that love you.
This is a proper
HR nightmare.
As of today, we are all back
This
in
is
the
Jim.
office full time. What?
That's not good news.
Is that Creed?
Promoting you to productivity manager.
Yes, sir. Do I want to support the vision of my branch
That's
manager?
Dwight.
At all costs.
Is this the dark web?
No, it's not the dark web. Is that Lizzie?
Okay.
Oh my
The perks of coming to work, riling up Lizzie, flirting, watching
Oh,
Nick
there's
rile up
Jim.
Lizzie.
What's his name?
My crow's name is Russell.
Hello, Rusty.
Wait,
How are
this
you, mate?
Pam?
No.
Is that a Pam Dwight or something?
I
We
think
lost one of our
Jim
own
is the
last week.
female
Brian
and Pam is
died.
the
We
male.
were so close. He's always in my heart.
Oh, is he?
Jim. Wait, that's Jim?
I think
No.
they sex swapped them, where the prankster is a female, and then the love interest is the male.
Oh.
The tall, sad one?
Yeah.
I think
No,
so.
he was the
That's
short
what
and
it seemed
smiley
like.
one.
Yeah, that's what I
Is
meant.
that Stanley? Is he Stanley?
What sexual identity is he?
can't
Doesn't
tell
feel
who
relevant,
they're
does it?
supposed to
Hannah
be.
is a riddle swallowed by an idiot and shut out by a moron.
Those people are like family to me, and I won't let you throw them out on the street.
The daily commute
Is that
killing me.
Is someone sleeping in here?
The
Jan?
only one knowing about it.
I
It's
don't
not
know.
a big deal. It's been 4 nights this week. It's nothing.
It's the race that stops the nation.
Giddy up.
It's awake, but I want people to feel awake.
I don't want to be on the committee.
I understand that, but you're also the oldest and closest to the end, so I would really love your buy-in on this event, okay?
If I die while I'm still working here, please don't let this happen.
Promoting women into positions of power. That's my mantra, really.
I've never heard you say that.
Oh, my back hurts from carrying all my sisters all the time. Ow.
Okay, well, I'll see you around.
Yeah, you definitely will, because I'll be at my desk all day.
Okay, well, I'll see you there.
You will for the
He
next
should
9
have
hours.
been. He should have been Michael. He looks like a Michael. in
Yeah,
my
right?
opinion, right? That last interaction, that was kind of like Michael-y,
Michael-y, yeah.
right? That was Steve Carelli, I should say. Let me
Yeah.
see that ending again.
Okay, well, I'll see you there.
You will for the next 9 hours.
Yeah, something about him.
And Jim.
And that's Jim, but he's
Yeah.
the secretary?
I don't know.
Or
I think
all right, if this changes anything.
I feel like
I
they
doubt
they gender swapped everybody.
Big
Same.
announcement. Can I have a
That's the same
All
time.
right. Eesh. Wait, it's comment time. What the fuck are people saying? We gotta
Ooh.
look. You know,
Comment section.
I don't know if it's like Instagram where they start saying clowns and all that shit. This clown.
Maybe.
Can you say clown any louder? Okay, let's see. Dear Prime, it's not too late to delete this. In the comment section, roasting the show is funnier than the show itself. Dear Amazon, just pretend this never happened and scrap it. Okay, thanks.
Thanks.
This trailer killed more people than the Scranton Strangler ever did. And we thought the breakdancing was the worst Australia would put out this year. I was saying the same thing. All right.
I'm saying the same thing. Bold choice to put online trailer for comedy show without a single joke in it.
Yeah, what is going on in the world?
I don't know, man. Pure
Oh.
shit.
No, God, please. No, God, please. No, no, no. Oh my God. Identity Thief is not a joke, Australia. Good one. Oh, man. All right. That's the general consensus right here. Man, what is going on? The Amazon? With all that
Mhm.
money, they don't do very good with their shows.
Yeah, right?
Apparently, Rings of Power, no one likes it. My dad likes
Did you
it.
did you stop watching it?
Yeah, never finished it. It's hard to. They already know like my thing with like woke
Mm.
Hollywood, but just that show, man.
Too much.
Also, when it's hard to watch something when the people that you listen to on like YouTube, like or like just
Shit
all
on
YouTube
it.
thumbnails are just like, oh, this is the worst, nerdrotic or some shit, you know, saying it's. Then it makes you feel like, oh, if I watch this, I'm a loser that likes it.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude. There's this YouTube channel called Podcast Cringe that basically shits on Rogan and all his
There's a new
disciples.
thing to shit on Joe.
Yeah.
I've been seeing
Well,
it.
ever since his
'cause
stand-up special came
I know.
out.
Did you watch it live? Was
I
it
didn't
not
watch it live, but I did watch it. I think maybe the next day, within the next
Yeah.
day or two.
Did you like?
Yeah,
Huh,
it wasn't my
it's not as
favorite.
funny as I thought.
No, like I feel like I really liked his two specials that came out in 2016 and 2018. But this
I
one,
remember, like, maybe it's different tastes, and also there's a lot of expectation now. Like you
Mhm.
didn't post something for so long, so like
Mhm.
people think, oh, here we go,
yeah,
and you didn't hit it like Dave. How he just maybe Dave might have one where like, oh, Dave, what happened? For all I know.
yeah, but I don't know, man. Like I feel like even though some Dave specials aren't as good, they're still good. I think there was this one YouTuber, another YouTuber. I found like a couple YouTubers sitting
Well,
on
once you look at one because it piques your interest,
Yeah.
it'll show you more,
Yeah.
and you're stuck in
Dude,
that
if
algorithm.
you want to look up, it's a long video, but we can watch a little bit. Elephant Graveyard, Joe Rogan.
I think I've seen that
You
guy.
seen that one? The
And
guy
it's
is
like,
so
oh man, and he talks seriously. Is that
yeah,
remember him like?
it's like a deadpan. He has like a deadpan humor where he's like, "Today's the day. Joe Rogan's new special comes out," and he just shits on it. Oh no, Joe.
I feel like you live long enough to be you become the villain,
dude.
You
And just like you
rise
said,
always, man.
like
People want to shit on.
my listenership to the Joe Rogan Experience has definitely declined since coming
you saw
across
it.
those YouTube channels.
I only listened to him recently with Ancient Apocalypse because I like that guy.
Yeah. That's the first episode that I've listened to in a while too.
But it's been a hot while since I listened to him.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think though I stopped like when we go on vacation, I don't really listen to podcasts, and then since we've come back, I haven't really.
Are they subliminally like fucking with their brain, like suggestions? Like
you think
we get suggested into like, oh,
erode his influence?
Everyone loved Joe Rogan. All of a sudden, career ending. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Erode his influence.
And then you see 3 million people. Like, oh shit, I better click on it. And then, like, they're shitting on the guy that, you know, it's like your buddy you listen to all these years.
Yeah,
It's hard. It's hard.
But
to
I can't
listen.
help but like. I mean, that special wasn't.
Did
that
you listen
good.
to the whole thing? Because
Yeah,
I
I
listened to
listened to
10 minutes. I was like, oh man.
I listened to the whole thing, and I think I even showed it to Steph too, and I watched it a second time.
Yeah.
It was funny. I mean, this guy made a funny
I'll
video.
watch a little. At the
Yeah,
time,
you-
I was like, "Oh man, look!"
Yeah,
just
you-
it knows exactly where I left.
Pick up where you left off. All right, let's pick up where you left off.
Around him, which he never actually sees in real life. It's a lot like Plato's
Fucking
cave.
shit.
If you've got a triple-digit IQ, you already know what that's about. But if not,
Can you imagine someone doing this on your life? Oh,
Plato's cave
Miguel.
is an
Can you
allegory.
imagine
Look it up.
Miguel?
For the way our
These
brains
idiots at
interpret
Panada
data
Street
from our senses
podcast.
and construct
So
a model of reality that
misinformed.
informs the way we think, feel, and behave. In the story, it's explained that we all resemble captives who are chained deep within a cavern and who do not yet realize that there is more to reality than the shadows they see against
Poor
the wall.
Joe.
So Joe's social
Poor
media feed is
Joe.
his cave, and the first evidence of that is seen here with this Waffle House remark. Okay, now before we look at this next clip, I just want to prepare you. You may be confused, but don't worry. President Joe Biden is not suddenly collaborating with Rogan on this special. This is actually an impression that Joe has been working on for 5 or 6 years, and he's finally
hairy
ready to
legs.
unveil it.
It's
Joe
like we're
isn't
in
known for
Tron
doing
or
good
something,
impressions,
dude.
So this is very brave to try and do live here. Let's be nice.
I got hairy legs. My uncle got eaten by a cannibal.
Incredible. See, guys, 6 years.
Come on, man.
6 years. 6 years. Well, with a few of his regular subjects out of the way, Joe veers into a topic that's going to permeate a lot of this special. Ass play. I don't want to sound like a broken record as we've spoken before about Carl Jung and the shadow self, so just to make it quick. We all have an inner shadow self inside our psyches that contains all the hidden aspects of our personalities, the self's emotional blind spot, the part of you that your ego does not want to acknowledge, all the things we do not wish to be. But to become a full...
These type of videos are very popular now, where it's like really serious, like I don't know, like that Patrick guy, CC, like that kind of shit.
Like getting into psychology and
topic,
that kind of
no,
thing?
like the topic and then the way it's like, just the sound effects, the music, just to get you like really.
And the B-roll of different like screens, images.
Fully actualized person, those aspects need to be assimilated somehow. And if not assimilated, the repressed shadow will find all sorts of ways to leak out subconsciously.
Do you remember
And
like
as
a
you'll see in
good
this
part?
bit, whether he wants to do this or not, Joe's obsession with ass play gets put front and center.
Yeah, this whole
So here we're
segment where
about
he's
to see
talking
some
about
clear shadow
saying that
leakage
Joe's
as Joe
into
graphically describes
butt
the
stuff.
unbridled pleasure of anal probing.
Imagine if you have your greatest orgasm ever on an operating table on a spaceship. Oh, Jesus! Make them just chisel all over themselves. Just, oh, Jesus! Oh, God!
Greatest orgasm ever, he says. Well, that may be so, but Joe, you don't need to wrap that admission up inside a story about aliens. It's not a surprise, guys, if you've been studying Joe Rogan as long as I have. You'll remember the time he publicly opined on how great it would be to become a woman and get fucked by some guy.
I know you well enough to know. You, Joe Rogan, if there was a technology that could instantly turn you into a woman, you would hesitate to turn into
I'd like
a
to
woman.
feel a dick inside me.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Me
As a woman.
Yeah, and
I don't think it made me.
I mean, if you're talking to your friend,
What
wouldn't that be something you'd say?
But also the way he like cut from the stand-up special to Joe is fantasizing about wanting to be a woman getting fucked.
You could.
I mean, he's obviously high. Look at his face.
Yeah, this is like someone doing a report on you, and then they take something you said about being fucked.
Well,
if you
just
were
like
a
the whole
woman.
N-word controversy, right? Where they found all the N-words over the years. You do enough, you record enough
is
podcasts.
you become a woman who actually feels the way a woman feels when she's attracted to a man, and a guy
He's high, dude.
with a dick like a battering ram.
He's slowing it down and
Just gonna send
making
it home,
echo.
see what happens. And you can't wait. You want to feel him come inside your upper rib cavity. Like,
want to feel it. Sign me up. The point is, like, you would do
some
it.
men, the weakest among us, would be scared of that experience.
Right. Well,
they'd be scared that that experience weakens them and turns them into something that they dismiss.
I would like to feel what it's like.
He does it multiple
Really?
times.
Yeah. I wonder if amyl nitrate does that. Like that's the reason why gay guys like poppers. It's 'cause
Oh my
it
god, they're gonna make a
relaxes your
video
asshole.
how he's
Is that
gay.
true? Yeah, that's
Bi-curious.
It's like a feeling of euphoria.
Dude, this is probably something he says all the time in his podcast. Just like,
Well, I mean, like, I don't know if you noticed, but I think one big reason why I kind of got tired of listening to the podcast is he does
Same
kind of talk about the same stuff over and over again.
yeah, I feel you. Also, like, come on, like, you're humans. We want to try. We want to see new things. Like, I don't want to listen to you all the time anymore. Right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
especially they're long podcasts. They're always really long.
It just has to be like a guest that you're curious on.
Mhm.
But I just remember 2016, 17 or something. It'd be like, I'm not missing an episode.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
it was
me
like
too.
religious.
Yeah, for like 2018.
Because you
yeah,
like,
that
oh, I'm
time
gonna
frame.
hear something funny, or I'm gonna like, oh, interesting way of thinking. You know?
Mhm.
But like maybe because there's so much people that do it, and
Yeah.
you can see, oh, Ancient Apocalypse coming in, huh? Oh, why don't Lex Friedman do it too?
Yeah,
and Chris
Lex
Williamson
Friedman.
from Modern Wisdom,
and
and
PBD,
Jocko, and all these people are gonna get their fill. Like,
yeah.
so it's hard.
Yeah, because I listened to the Lex Friedman podcast with him first before I listened to the Joe Rogan one.
Was it basically the same thing?
No, they talked about different stuff. So I mean, that was good. It wasn't like a repeat.
Oh, okay.
So, but like you said, it's because of the guest. That was the first Rogan podcast.
Yeah. So I told you about this. There's this channel that always pops up to me, but it's usually always how this changed society forever. Like like very like doom and gloom, and it's called Moon. And
Oh yeah.
Their
I've seen
latest
some-
one was about the meta glasses, and it's
Uh-oh.
it's fucking creepy. You want to see it?
Yeah, I like Moon. I think I watched one where it was talking about like Gen Z iPad kids.
Yeah. There's one like how Instagram changed society forever. Hell on earth because of Zuckerberg.
When the smart glasses arms race truly began. For years, Meta and Apple have been pouring billions into augmented reality. Up until now, the results have been underwhelming. The smart glasses we've seen have either been too expensive and heavy or so basic and stripped down that they're just not worth buying in the first place. What hasn't changed though is their ability to invade people's privacy. In fact, it's only gotten worse. Most recently, 2 Harvard engineers created an app that uses
This is
Meta smart
crazy.
glasses to find people's personal information and even their home address, just by walking past them on the street.
But did you know there was a way to use the glasses to learn
Fuck.
personal information
Black Mirror.
about strangers just by looking at them?
Is your address Valley?
Oh my god. Yes.
These are smart glasses that came out last year, but they've already got truly dystopian potential. Looks like Meta is coming first in the race. So far, their smart glasses have been the most successful of the bunch. People everywhere are starting to realize the real potential of Meta. After the failure of the metaverse, this seems to be the next evolution of it. And it's scarily looking like the next step in technological evolution, especially because it's been helped along by their collaboration with Ray-Ban. The fact that they look like actual glasses has made them much easier for people to stomach wearing. They've also got the kinds of extras that modern tech products have, like an integrated charging case. Only the camera lens and the slightly chunkier frame give them away as tech at all. When you boil it down though, the product is still just basically an Instagram machine. It mimics some of the functions of a phone, like the speakers, the microphone, and the cameras, but the rest isn't there yet. But this isn't the same for their latest prototype though. Unveiled in late September of 2024, Meta's new version, in their own words, is quote-unquote the first true augmented reality smart glasses. In a demonstration with The Verge, Zuckerberg was happy to show off their new tricks.
Hi,
They're far
Miguel.
more advanced than the Meta Ray-Bans, of course, but it means they're just too expensive to make for Meta to bother selling them. They're still just a prototype. The most impressive feature they have though is that they can display holograms in a 70-degree field of view. The integrated wristband seems like the best control option companies have come up with so far as well. It means you can control them through subtle gestures rather than pressing buttons you can't see on
Crab,
the other
Mr.
side of the
Krabs over
frames.
here.
It opens the door for proper augmented reality. The holograms mean that they've incorporated the last part in mobile phones that they needed, the screen. And it's the last step they needed to actually replace phones altogether, which is why people everywhere are starting to call this the new iPhone. Making videos like this
Can you
takes up
imagine
so
like
much time, from
not
all the scripting,
being
research,
on your
clip
phone
selection.
anymore and everyone walking around you is
With glasses.
and then
I can
they're
see it.
and they're like, you know, they're doing shit and you like maybe you wave at them and you're like, huh? Like, but they're like not even paying attention to you. It's
Yeah.
like Wally. It's Wally already, dude.
Dude, I can see it.
And it truly does seem like the next step. Of course, they still need to make them smaller and cheaper though. And that's Zuckerberg's hope, as he revealed in an interview after the tech presentation.
But there's a pretty clear path where you're just going to use your glasses for more and more things. And over time, I think glasses are also going to be able to be powered by wrist-based wearables or other wearables. So you're going to wake up one day 10 years from now, and you're not even going to need to bring your phone with you.
The end goal for companies like Meta is for smart glasses to pretty much replace phones. They've said so much themselves.
When phones became the primary computing platform, we didn't get rid of computers. We just kind of shifted, right? So at some point in the early 2010s, I noticed that I'd be sitting at my desk in front of my computer and I'd just pull out my phone to do things.
Yeah.
And I think what's going to happen, it's not like we're going to throw away our phones, but I think slowly you're going to wake up one day 10 years from now and you're not even going to
Saying to
need to
go.
bring your phone with you. I think there will just be this sort of gradual shift to glasses becoming the main way that we do computing.
Being the
Trying to
company that
change your
brings new
clothes and
products
look
to the
all
market guarantees
normal,
billions in revenue.
not
Yeah,
an
right.
In the
alien.
same interview, Zuckerberg
Right.
was asked how much
Change his
Meta had already
hairstyle.
spent on virtual reality
Do
and smart
jujitsu.
glasses. He could only reveal
Yeah.
that it was over $5 billion. It's an investment that's clearly put them towards the front of the pack. But who are Meta actually competing with? Well, you've probably heard of the Vision Pro, Apple's first venture into the market, and we've made a bunch of videos about this. And Apple's not a company that usually spends money on gimmicks, so it shows they really think that this technology could be the next big thing. Their approach seems to be very different so far, and kind of worse. Instead of sticking to the idea of smart glasses, they've decided to get the technology and full VR functionality there first. Now they're just working on making them much smaller and hopefully cheaper over time. Looking at the Vision Pro, they've got a long way to go. Whilst what they can do is impressive,
even
they're
look at
far too
people
large to
anymore if
comfortably
you-
wear
Yeah.
for any long amount of time. Don't even think about carrying them around,
Dystopian,
unless you want to
dude.
bring the external battery pack with you as well,
Oh, it's
and
so
also just look
dystopian.
like a complete weirdo walking around with this giant headset.
It's crazy that this is actually a real thing being shipped. Like first Meta started doing it, now Apple's doing this.
Then there's Snapchat. With less money to throw around, it does seem like they're still trying to catch up. They've named their newest product Spectacles, and they're very similar to Meta's new smart glasses.
Spectacles.
While their functionality is impressive, it does come with a few catches. They're only selling them to app developers right now, and the 40-minute battery life means most consumers wouldn't really want them anyway. It's easy to get taken in by the potential of tech and the things we could do in the future with them. But as we've already seen with
Jeez.
Meta's Ray-Bans, there's already massive potential for abuse. By connecting the live stream feature from the glasses to a set of AI programs and database searches,
Find
two
who
Harvard
you
engineers
are.
managed to create the perfect tool for stalking. Just from someone's face on the streets, they could pull information off the internet like their name, employment history, hobbies, and even their home
It's
address.
creepy.
Wait, are
Right?
you Betsy? Oh, okay. I think I met you through like the Cambridge Community Foundation, right? Yeah. It's great to meet you. I'm Kane.
Oh wait, Aussy, do you happen to be the person working on like minority stuff for like Muslims in India at all or something? Really? Are you Kashif? Yes. Oh, I've read your work before. It's super cool.
Hey, are you
I'm Andrew.
Miguel?
Nice to meet you.
But what made this even worse
Do you
was
work
the fact
here,
that the victim
Miguel?
had no idea it was even
I'm your
happening.
coworker.
The engineers could then use that information
Hey,
to pretend they knew the person and make them
yeah,
more
hey,
susceptible
how are
to
you,
scams
buddy?
or really any other kind of social manipulation. Now, they weren't actually trying to stalk people. They were just trying to warn the public
Showing,
about what you
yeah.
can already do with this sort of technology. But the
Already
negative
doing
to
it.
use smart
Someone's already
glasses in
doing
this
it.
way might not be so altruistic. But why have all these companies spent so much money on a product that's never really caught on? Any tech company should know that smart glasses are an easy way to waste billions of dollars. Google proved that over 10 years ago when they tried to launch Google Glass. But the technology just wasn't there. They couldn't overlay things onto what you could already see. Instead, they were more like having a much smaller, much worse phone attached to your face. And they just looked really stupid as well. But what really turned people off were the problems with privacy. With Google Glass, it really wasn't clear to other people when they were recording. Wearing them meant you were pointing a camera at everyone all the time, and it just made people uncomfortable. They became a joke overnight, with Google pretty much
Can you
washing
imagine
their
you're at the
hands of the
club wearing
projects not long
glasses?
after their release. But even with how hard
Yeah,
they
right.
flopped, it didn't stop other tech companies tinkering with the idea. Ever since, we've seen improvement after improvement. Batteries, processors, and cameras have gotten smaller and more powerful. But what's more is that years of people's privacy getting worn away has conditioned people enough to be okay with them. You can't walk
Fucking
down the
Leo
street
West
anymore
wearing
without getting
glasses
spotted by
everywhere.
someone's doorbell camera.
Going to school.
Whenever anything remotely interesting happens, everyone gets their phone out to record it. It's why so many people kicked up a fuss when Google Glass was released. But just 10 years later, and nobody really cares anymore. Privacy is just a boring word. So maybe some of the barriers between smart glasses and mass adoption have been broken down,
Boring word.
but it still doesn't explain why the tech giants have been so invested in them in the first place. Well, the answer lies in their potential. When a new tech product or service actually catches on, it's usually because it made something we were already doing even more convenient. People could already order whatever food they wanted to their homes before Uber Eats or DoorDash came along. In fact, it was easy, it just involved knowing a number and making a phone call. It's not like the delivery apps have even changed this process in any real way. Instead, they changed the user experience. By taking over every part of the process except actually making the food, they created a whole new product. Even after the investor money ran out and they massively increased the prices, it didn't really matter. People just got used to the convenience, and there's enough people who are willing to pay extra just for that. Most successful tech products have done this in some way too. They've taken something people did before and made it slightly easier. And it's made the whole world addicted to speed and convenience, and it's changed nearly everything we consume. We used to read newspapers. newspapers. Now most people just read headlines on social media. People used to watch hour-long
Oh.
TV shows and they thought it was rotting their brains. Now the youngest generation only watch TikTok videos and YouTube Shorts. All of these things have caught on because they're quicker. It doesn't matter if the quality is way worse or that they actually cost way more. Convenience is always king. Whatever's easiest is always best for the market. Then there are those rare products that change the whole landscape, creating a whole new type of product that changed lives forever, like the iPhone or the original Nintendo. These are the products that tech companies really want to get behind despite the risk and the cost, as the potential payout is just too massive to ignore. True smart glasses could be both of these things. By overlaying digital information onto the real world, they could eventually replace smartphones entirely. Instead of having to Google anything or use your phone, your AI assistant could handle it all for you.
Then I can put a recipe together for you. I found several ingredients. Let me make a recipe.
It would see what
Do you
you
notice
see,
the
and AI can
Google
get you the
AI? I don't know
information
if
you
you
need
Google
much faster than a phone.
anything. I don't know if that's your
Gemini.
point of
What about it? Oh,
No,
like
like
that
when you
when you
like,
Google
hey,
something,
it will show
it
you
gives
an
you.
AI, and then sometimes right now it's getting pretty convenient. Like
Well, yeah, but when it
if
first
there's
came
something
out,
from a website, like like you're giving me information I don't even have to go to that website.
yeah, dude. When it first came out, I was not a fan, but now it's
Like,
kind of
what
like,
is this? And then
dude,
now convenience,
yeah,
fuckers.
it's curating it to where it's like gives you
You don't
bullet
have to go
points
to
and
the
a summary.
websites anymore.
Yeah, yep. It won me
So
over.
you don't have to give ad money to those sites anymore. You can just get it
Damn.
straight. I don't know, man. It's fucked up.
But
Everything's
never could.
fucked up.
Instead of Googling which train you need to catch, for example, the right one would be highlighted right in front of you. Then there's whole new things they can add. Pretty soon, AR glasses will have inbuilt subtitles. With AI interpreting audio for you, it would be a gift to anyone hard of hearing. They could even become auto-translators,
I'm putting
displaying what people
captions right
say
now,
in your own
bro.
language right in front of your eyes. Then there's the convenience angle. Taking everything a phone does and putting it right there in your vision would take away one of the last barriers between us and the digital world. You won't even need to open your phone or your computer to chat with your friends, read social media, or even watch a video. But for all of these potential benefits, there's still the question of cost. Obviously, truly impressive smart glasses will be very expensive. The eye-watering $3,500 price tag that Apple gave the Vision Pro is likely to stick around for a while longer. But the true cost won't come from your wallet. Smart glasses are the next step in big tech's war against privacy.
What am I
These are
looking
the
at?
products that have really
Looking
made
at
a
everything
difference.
I'm
It's
looking
the
at.
data they've extracted and sold to advertisers. The products are just the only way they can convince people to give
One
it
sec,
up.
bro.
A lot of the
Yeah.
value for companies like Meta lies in the biometric data everybody
pause it.
gives them. Take the inward
All right, we can finish this and then
facing
probably
cameras.
gotta
These are
wrap
needed
it
out. All right.
for eye tracking so that the glasses know what you're looking at, but it'll also mean they'll be taking a facial scan. Then there's the eye tracking itself. It'll tell companies exactly what interests you on a subconscious level.
The eye
Advertisers
tracking,
would surely
just
love
like
to know what
on the
specific
phones
ads
now.
keep your attention for the longest,
You're
and
doing
what
it.
parts of the
What
advert
am
you're
I
looking
looking
at.
at?
In the worst cases, they'll be able to see through your eyes, learning everything there is to know about your life. Of course, that's still a good
What do
few
we do
years
with
away.
this?
Other than more people having cameras strapped to their faces, smart glasses don't pose more of a risk to your privacy than other modern technology does. Right now, you could just use a hidden camera to do the same thing that Harvard students managed to
There'll be
do
a
with
privacy
smart
state.
glasses. It's the AI tools that did the work of
A
matching the
privacy
face
state?
and searching through
Yeah.
the internet. The
Like
details of those
a state in America that is
Mm.
like, hey, we like privacy, so we don't allow these type of glasses. We don't allow listening devices in our state. Like, we don't sell that. Or, I don't know. Like, just trying to have more, like, not listening or seeing eye tracking shit. I don't know. Eye tracking is crazy. That's one thing. No, your audio.
I know.
Anywho, you want to finish it or you're good? You get the gist.
Yeah, maybe we just wrap it up, Leo. You.
Wrapping it up now.
It's like enough is enough, Daddy.
Yeah. Anything you want to say before we head out? We didn't talk jiu-jitsu. Anything jiu-jitsu for you?
No, I've been on like a jiu-jitsu hiatus.
Hiatus.
Yeah.
Well, the whole birthday and everything.
Something else.
Off air shit.
Yeah, I can tell you off air.
Okay. Jiu-jitsu for me, I have a tournament coming up November 2nd.
Is
Doing
it a
Jiu-Jitsu World
jiu-jitsu
League.
world league?
Yeah.
Coming right up.
Gi and no gi. Yeah.
It's what,
Yeah.
like a little over 2 weeks?
Yeah,
A week and a
2
half?
weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know how it is when tournaments your mind gets very fun and shit like that.
Yeah,
Get very
buddy.
focused. Yeah, wish me luck.
Good luck, dude. When was your last one? That was how long has it
Before
been?
baby.
Oh yeah. You got it in right before.
Oh, like right after I got the house, I was like,
Yo, yeah, I remember that.
yeah,
The timing with the house.
yeah, that was interesting time.
Good luck, buddy. Yeah, and this isn't your first at purple. Now you're a more seasoned purple.
Little seasoned. I was struggling trying to make the weight because I have to be 182, and um I'm like 180, like 179. I can get to 178. I wanted to get like a really nice buffer of 177, but it's hard when like you have a stressful week and you have family visiting and
Yep.
they want to like, I had a party because my sister was down here. It's like, fuck, man, what am I gonna be?
Yeah. What are you
I'm
not
eating.
gonna be involved with the
Oh, you want to
festivities?
share a drink with us? Nah, I have my water. Sipping away. No, dude, I gotta live life.
Yep.
But I had to actually buy a lighter gi, so I bought one that's like kind of like 2 pounds, so that I can make weight a little better. So that's the
Because you have to
strategy.
weigh in your gi. Jiu-Jitsu World League makes you weigh in your gi.
Yeah, but they let you do 182.9. So as long as I'm, I make the cutoff.
Yeah.
So
Good luck,
Woohoo!
buddy.
Thanks, man.
Got
And
this,
then
man.
on the 26th, I'm going to a seminar.
Mm.
So that's a week before.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So getting some knowledge and the person I'm learning from, I sent you a video of him
You did?
submitting someone, and I was like, holy shit. Like during Craig Jones ADCC time.
Oh.
I sent you a video and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe he did that to that person.
Which one was it? I don't remember.
That person got his arm hurt during the process of the match.
Why am I blanking?
The person that he defeated, it rhymes with Ollie.
Rhymes.
Ollie. Maybe there's something merry about that Ollie. Mara.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What's his name? Yeah, Plexi. How do you say his name?
Pixely.
Pixely.
Kind of like, yeah, he's Tinkerbell. Pixely. Yeah,
Nice, dude.
He's going down to that gym that did the Jacob Couch seminar. So it's the same place, Dark Side.
Nice.
And yeah, I think he's going to be showing the little I think it's from, they have their grips and then he chucks them and he tries to trip them along the process. He might show that. We'll see.
Nice.
Getting a little bit of no-gi knowledge before my tournament.
Are you doing both?
Yeah.
Nice.
Hopefully I can retain that knowledge in my head before the
I think so, dude. Dude, you're in it, man. You're so in it.
Trying. I'm trying. No denying it.
Yeah.
All right. All right, people. See you later. This is the last time we'll be having it on StreamYard.
StreamYard, you
because
fucks.
24 it's way too steep.
You steamy bastards.
They raised it up on us very steeply, and we just don't think it's
too
worth
much, man.
And
That's way too much. Because what was it,
and how
25
much-
before?
Yeah.
So they bumped it up by $20. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's too much.
So yeah, we'll have to go zoomy. Quality is not as great, but we'll make
Hey
do.
man, money talks.
Yeah. That just talks too much.
Yeah.
$44.95.
Yeah.
Especially because we only do it like once a month, and sometimes
Yeah,
we
now
can't
our
even get to
frequency
it.
is so down. Right?
Yeah.
No way, Jose.
Anywho, tell the people where it's at.
All right, people. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and listen to us wherever you do for podcasts. Until next time. Peace. Peace. Forgot.
See ya. Don't learn that. All right, hiatus. All right, hiatus boy.
Aussy, do you happen to be a person working on like minority stuff for like Muslims in India at all or something? Really? Are you Kashif? Yes. Oh, I've read your work before. It's super cool.
Hey, are you
I'm Andrew.
Miguel?
Nice to meet you.
What made this even worse?
Do you
was the
work
fact that
here,
the gigs
Miguel?
had no idea it was even
I'm your
happening.
coworker.
The engineers could then use that information
Hey,
to pretend they
Weird.